The Beltrami County Sheriff's Office is responsible for all waterways in Beltrami County. We're responsible for search and rescue, enforcement of state and local ordinances on those lakes and rivers. We're also responsible for marking navigable waterways. Much like operating a motor vehicle, boating is no different. I mean, you're operating a vehicle either with yourself or occupants of the craft. It's important that you're not boating while intoxicated. I always refer people to have a plan their trip accordingly, pack gear that is appropriate, obviously dress for the weather. Wearing a life jacket is crucial. Unfortunately, every year in the state of Minnesota, we come across the search and recovery of people that have perished as a result of drowning. Some of the other things are being aware of your surroundings, traveling at safe speeds, having the ability to signal for help in the event that you need help, and part of that plan of communication with loved ones about where you're going, when you're expected back.
We have over 300 navigable lakes in Beltrami County, so we're out there basically every weekend through the week, coupled with the DNR conservation officers as well. It's making sure that we're out there, we're being seen, we're making those contacts, and making sure people are being as safe as they can. To be in physical operation of a watercraft over a .08 is grounds for BWI, as it's referred to as boating while intoxicated. And when it comes to the personal watercrafts, so the jet skis that are out there, there's a whole set of different rules and laws that come along with operating just a personal watercraft. You have to be 150 feet away from the shoreline. Other boats, otherwise, if you're within that 150 feet on a personal watercraft, you have to be operating at a slow, no-wake speed. Everybody has to have a life jacket on at all times. The lanyard or the safety cord has to be attached to the driver. Get one of these books, put it in your boat, read through it before you get on the water. You can get them at any DMV. You can go on the Minnesota DNR website. And if you got questions, call your local sheriff's office so that they can lead you in the right direction or possibly even answer your questions.
Water safety to the DNR means taking the extra time to be prepared before you go out on the water. Make sure your watercraft is currently registered. It has all of the safety equipment that is required, all the navigational lights, horns, whistles, making sure all that stuff works. So when you're out on the water, if there is an emergency, that you're prepared. There's a lot of safety trainings that the DNR offers. So number one would be the parent should go through the boater safety training and then also have their kids go through it. Gives a really well-rounded knowledge of watercraft and how to be safe around it. They can teach their kids about some like the danger areas of the boat, such as the motor. You know, it has a prop that turns when the motor's engaged, so teaching kids about keeping their hands and feet away from that. Basically not riding on the gunnels or the sides of the boats or on the bow. If a boat were to take a wave wrong, the kid or anybody who's sitting on those could end up outside the boat. Anyone who's under 10 years old, when the boat is underway or under power, they're gonna have their life jacket on and wearing it. In the unfortunate event that someone falls out of a boat for whatever reason, having a strong ability to swim is very important to get you back to shore or stay afloat until they can wave somebody down that could come pick them up and get them to help.
When we check boats on the water, the safety things we look for is life jackets. There's got to be one on every boat for every person that's on the vessel, and they got to be in serviceable condition. And then a Type 4 throwable on every watercraft 16 feet or longer is required, and it's required to be out when in operation on the boat. And then your horn, whether it be battery operated or manual, we'd also look to see that those are on board as well. Current conditions such as river systems, and then of course cold water versus warmer water. You can get hypothermia in warmer water, it will just take longer. We focus on everyone's operating safely is the main thing we want to look for, but when calls come in on lakes, it's usually people driving erratically or disturbances and unsafe actions. We do have the boater safety certification course, just like taking a hunter safety certification or ATV certification. As of July of this year, it'll be required for everyone born after 2004. There is no in-person training class for it. It is all online. If you're not familiar or comfortable being in water, check with your community, YMCA, or a local gym if they have a pool. Just get in the water and get familiar with it yourself.
I think it's really important to get your kids in swimming lessons and to keep swimming. A lot of times people come to lessons and then they maybe not come back until next year to swim. It takes a lot of practice to make sure your kids are aware of the water, how deep the water is, whether you're at a beach with big waves, to be safe and not to get too far out. Here at the pool, it's a lot easier to learn to swim. We're in a controlled environment so we can see how the water gets deeper. That's important for the kids to know. We run our swimming lessons through the American Red Cross at our school as part of our FIAD program. So every week on Wednesdays, we have kindergarten through 5th grade that come down to swim. Just get the kids in the water, get the kids used to the water. We have it open to the public a few days a week. Living in the area surrounded by water, it's just so important that kids learn how to swim for their safety. Drowning is one of the #1 reasons for deaths for young kids. It happens fast. Drowning is silent. We often think that when we see it on TV that people are hollering with their arms, waving, and that's usually not the case. Usually the case is the victim is in a vertical position. Their eyes are looking to the ceiling, their head is tipped back, their mouth is probably open, their eyes are probably big, their hands are underneath the water, and all they're doing is trying to keep their head above water. You should reach or throw something out to that person that needs help. Don't go out to them and don't let them grab onto you because they will pull you under. Be aware of what kind of rescue equipment is available. It's always great to have a life jacket close by in case you need to throw out something to a victim. We really stress on don't panic, to learn how to float. We also teach kids if they get out too far how they can get back to the shallow end just by jumping or learning how to monkey walk along the wall. So just letting them know that instead of panicking that they can float and get back to safety.